Good morning, everyone. Nice you are here. I would like to start this morning in child's pose. Let your knees separate slightly, big toes touching, pushing back. Your seat meets your heels, forehead meets the floor. If you kind of bit height in your knees, you always can use a block, a blanket, or a cushion in front of your forehead. Bring your arms around, fingers meeting your toes, and stay there for a moment. Find your last adjustments you need to take. Good morning, people in cyberspace. Good morning, Anna, Regine, Daniela, Martina. Nice you are here. So starting in child pose. Give yourself a big, big, big exhale. Softening in your muscles. Softening in your mind. Good morning, Svenja. We start in child pose this morning. Child pose is a very soothing asana for our nervous system. It's a forward fold connected to surrender. This attitude of inner acceptance of what is. Maybe there is a bit of an itching. Maybe there is a bit of a strange sensations in your body. With all the practice in our yoga, we do finding acceptance and surrender into the fact of limitations. So let yourself surrender in your child pose. With your eyes closed, can you sense where you can ease your muscles, connecting to gravity, feeling supported by Mother Earth? Your forehead, your sixth chakra gets stimulated from the touch on the cushion or on the floor. Give space in your throat, in your fifth chakra. Your heart, your center of your chest. Heart chakra, let it breathe. Your solar plexus, the third chakra. 2-3 centimeters below your belly button, your second chakra. And your first chakra at the very end of your torso, between your legs, your roots. And from your roots, you're feeling along your spine, up to your top of your head, into your seventh chakra. Surrender, breathe. Resting this weight upon your shoulders. Softening in your fingers, arms. Squeezing your thighs. All the stored emotions, letting them stimulate and letting them rest and go. Your hips gently opening and feeling if you're holding deep down in your root, in your pelvis floor, your Mula Bandha, can you release like you're releasing your soles of your feet. Tucking your tailbone in and let your spine unroll vertebra for vertebra while you come in your sitting, kneeling, rolling back your shoulders, your hands in front of your belly, left hand on top of your right, creating a nice little bowl in front of your second chakra, releasing your first, finding this long spine. And let's take a couple of fire breaths for your pranayama this morning to give you a bit more energy, warming up deep down into your belly, finding this friction of warming up of fire in your hands. First, giving yourself a bit of a rubbing in your hands. And then maybe you want to bring your hand one on your chest and one on your belly to feel your body. And with your Kalapati fire breath, we want to take 3 rounds. So you're in, everyone I think knows in this room. Can you hear me, Regina? All okay? Everyone can hear me? See, so, yeah, all okay? Your hand on your belly, your hand on your chest. So Kalapati fire breath. You're focusing deep down into your belly. You want to sucking with your exhaling. You want to sucking your belly in. And maybe you take it slow, like, or you are used to the practice and then you can speeding up, focusing on your exhaling. So taking a big inhaling first. Deep down into your pelvis floor, from your top of your head. Exhaling, empty your body completely. Stay long in your spine. Inhaling halfway. So you want to fill your body halfway. And with your exhaling, you're sucking your belly in like taking a long inhaling. Come onto your knees, arms over your head. Inhaling, holding your breath in. With your exhaling, folding forward in your child pose, forehead meets the floor, fingers meeting your toes. Exhaling deeply. Stay here for 2 breaths. Tuck your tailbone in, rolling up your spine. Vertebra for vertebra. Shoulders rolling back and down, arms over your head, making a fist point with both of your thumbs, resilience, strength, force, fierceness. One more round in your Kalapati fire breath. You're inhaling first, long and deep. Exhaling, empty your body. Release your shoulders, inhaling halfway and taking a round. With your next inhaling, come on to your knees. Bring your thumbs together. Exhaling, empty your body, folding forward one more time in your child pose. Fingers, forehead, rest. Belly breathing. Feel your kidneys, how you're warming up your body. Tuck your tailbone in, rolling up your spine. Vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down. Long spine, center rooting down, top of your head, arms over your head with your inhaling. Stay with your left hand. Point with your thumb, bring your right hand in the center of your chest, ego eraser, closing your eyes and taking this round of fire breaths with your eyes closed, your shoulders releasing, focusing internally towards your heart, towards your chest. So you take a big inhaling, empty your body. Inhaling halfway, one more round. Inhaling long and deep, stay with your body where you are, holding your breath. Open your fist with your exhaling. Bring your left hand on top of your right, chin towards your sternum, internal gaze, bowing forward in your own existence. Surrender towards your own being. With all what we are facing, with all the pleasure, with all the difficulties. This deep understanding, life unfolds in its way. Releasing your arms, give yourself a moment, feeling, sensing, connecting. Release your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, come on to your knees, gaze in line with your fingers. Exhaling, pushing your seat, coming halfway, belly meets your thighs, stretching out your fingers, your arms, pushing your seat back, creating a bit of space in your inner groins. Exhaling, planting your hands in your tabletop, taking a few cat cow breathing, rounding your spine, feeling this whole long chain, your spine from your first chakra, inhaling along your whole spine, you're warming up with your breath, exhaling, round, inhaling. Exhaling, rounding, belly button, pushing towards your spine, activating your mula bandha, lifting up gently with your exhaling, your inhaling, releasing, exhaling, rounding, inhaling, gazing forward, rounding your spine, curl your toes under, lifting your knees only 2-3 centimeters, staying here, making space in your neck, in your face, knees only 2-3 centimeters, soft in your elbows, breath. Exhaling, releasing your knees, floating back in your child pose, lengthening your arm, walking your fingertips forward, lengthening your arms even a tiny bit more while you're pushing your seat back. Releasing your elbows, interlacing your fingers, bring your fist behind the back of your skull while you're rooting down from your elbows. A nice little stretch in your armpits, shoulders. Inhaling, releasing your hands, lengthening your arms, and then you're planting your fingertips into the floor, creating a nice little dome with your hands. So you're lifting your palms of your hands while your fingertips pressing into the floor, feeling this movement, gentle stretching in your shoulder blades. Stay with your fingertips where they are, lifting your seat. Stay on your fingertips, gazing forward in your cat-cow breathing. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhaling, fingertips. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhaling, gazing forward, releasing your palms of your hands, spreading your fingers wide, curling your toes, lift your knees only 2-3 centimeters, rolling back your shoulders. Really, you want to find this movement in your shoulders, soft in your elbows, hard between your hands, lifting your left knee, so you want to bring your left foot on the back of your skull, creating a nice little back bending here. Exhaling, release, and you're lifting your right knee, right foot back off your skull. Breathe, creating a bit of strength, resilience. Breath. Good morning, Claire, Anna, Patrick, Danielle. Nice you're all here. Releasing your knee and lifting your seat. Find your downward facing dog for this morning. Paddling your feet, fingers spreading wide. Breath. Breath. Maybe you want to grab your blocks, that you work really in opening your fingers, that you have this pressing down, breath, neck nice and long, breath, breath. One more big inhaling. With a big exhaling, a sigh. Oh. Step your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, staying square with your hip. You do not want to open your hip here yet. So you're lengthening your leg, pushing your heel up. Long neck. Exhaling, step your right foot between your hands. When this is difficult, remember, come down on your knees, step your foot, hands back, curl your toes, lifting your thigh, rolling back your shoulder. Making sure your foot is under your knee. Daniel, your foot a tiny bit more forward. That, yes, pushing your back heel, opening your chest. Inhaling, exhaling, swing your right leg back, opening your hip now, and you're pushing your right foot long. You do not want to bend your knee yet. You're pushing your right foot towards your left side, feeling this whole nice stretch in your hips, in your body, and then you want to bending your knee, Point with your knee towards the ceiling. Gaze under your left armpit. Please stay here. Or you already can flipping your dog when this is part of your practice. Plant your left foot. Turn your toes. Lifting your seat. Gaze into your arm. Hand. Breath. Lifting your seat a tiny bit higher from your belly button. Breathe. Exhaling. Planting your hand back onto the floor. Lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. Swing your right foot between your hands. Coming halfway. While you bring your arms back, you're lifting your chest in your aeroplane. Your heel is pushing back. Breath. Inhaling, releasing your arms. High lunge, arms over your head. And you're opening your arms like a cactus, spreading your fingers wide, opening your chest, bending your front knee. Breath. Exhaling, planting your hands. Step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling in your high plank. Exhaling, releasing your knees. Stay with your toes. Listen. Bending your elbows, gazing forward, reaching high from your seat, and you want to hover your chest 2-3 centimeters over the floor. Stay. Breathe. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, pushing with your toes, rolling back your shoulders, 10 toes touching, lifting your hands. Belly button, pubic bone, pressing into the floor. Inhaling, reaching forward from your arms. Exhaling, glue your elbows next to your body. Inhaling, reach. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting your chest a tiny bit higher. Exhaling, stay. Breathe, planting your hands, curl your toes, downward facing dog, paddling your feet, walking your feet, making some funky noises to release this tension you're holding. Blah, opening your mouth, your face, blah, becoming an animal. Blah, blah, from deep down your belly. Step your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling. Stay square with your hips. Depths in your breath. Let your neck growing long. Breath. Inhaling. With your exhaling, swing your foot between your hands. Please take your knees down when you need help with your hand to bring your foot a bit further away, making sure your foot is under your knee. Pushing your back heel. When you're activating your back heel, you're connecting to the center of your chest, to your sternum, lengthening, opening your inner groins, rolling back your shoulders, smiling in your heart, smiling in your belly. Inhaling. Exhaling, swinging your left leg back. And then you want to opening your hip, pushing with your left foot as far as possible, long leg towards your right side. Press your left hand into the floor. Press, bend your knee and gaze under your right armpit. Stay, please stay here. Or you're flipping your dog, turning your feet so you can press with your left foot into the floor, your right leg nice and long, lifting your hips, lifting your hips. Breathe. One more big inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hands, flipping back, lifting your leg, squaring your hips, and you're stepping with your left foot through from here. While you're pushing your right heel, you're coming halfway, fingers reaching back, sternum reaching forward, finding this nice connection. Inhaling, releasing your arms, lifting your arms in your high lunge, bending your elbows, cactus arms. Breathe. Exhaling, planting your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, stay with your toes, releasing your knees, folding in your elbows, gazing forward, holding your chest 2-3 centimeters over the floor, smiling in your heart. Breathe. One more big inhaling. Exhaling, come into your mini cobra, big toes touching, inner thighs rolling towards the ceiling, lifting your heart. And what we do very often, we are pushing floor away, lifting shoulders. So try to press your hands down, pulling your hands towards your heart, gaining more strength in your core while you're pressing your 10 toes into the floor, lifting your arms, lifting your hands. Breathe, and then you're lifting your thighs. Exhaling, hands, toes, downward facing dog. Packing your feet. Inhaling, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. Exhaling, right foot on the outside of your right hand. Lengthening your back leg. Breathe. Release your knee, releasing your toes. Your right foot opens 45 degrees. Stay on your hands. Maybe you have a bit more space coming down onto your elbow. Then you're releasing your neck. Curl your back toes under. If this is part of your practice, please stay off on your hands when you need. Breathe. People with a bit more openness, you open your right foot on the outer edge of your right foot. Open your right hip, sorry. Your right foot comes on the outer edge of your right foot. So you help yourself opening up. You can rooting down from your left forearm, bringing your right hand on your fleshy part of your thigh. Please do not press against your knee. Gaze towards the ceiling. People who have a bit more practice, you can open your right arm towards the ceiling, and you all can do this when your knee is down and you are on your hand. You can take this variation. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back down with your right hand. Breathe. Breathe. People with your hands, you stay on your hands, or when you are on your forearms, both of you stepping back, find your high plank. People on your hands coming down on your forearms, finding your forearm plank. Breathe. Pushing your heels, lowering down your seat, Samira, a tiny bit more. Breathe. Exhaling, releasing belly button, pubic bone, big toes touching, inner thighs towards the ceiling, elbows under your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide. Lengthening your spine. Pulling your hands towards your heart, lifting your elbows, making sure you do not bring your elbows towards the side. Elbows coming in. Pulling your hands towards your heart instead of pressing them away. People with a bit more flexibility in your lower back, you can bending your knees, flexing your feet, smiling in your heart. Exhaling, release, sliding your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes, lift your seat, downward facing dog. Sounds, releasing. Becoming an animal, letting yourself play. Horse breathing, lion breath. Step your feet together, lift your left leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling. Exhale, step your left foot on the outside of your left hand, opening up 45 degrees. Release your knee, releasing your toes, making sure you're opening your inner groins. So maybe you need to walk your hands a tiny bit further away. Please stay here, completely fine. Some people have a bit tighter hips, no worries. You can work like this. Maybe you have space coming down onto your elbows, making sure elbows under your shoulders, and then from here you're releasing your neck to not hurt your neck. Curl your back toes under, lifting your thigh would be the next step. And you can do this as well when you are on your hands. So you don't need to come down on your elbows when this is a tiny bit too much. Opening your left hip, come on the outer edge of your foot, your hand helping. Please don't press against your joint, taking the fleshy part where your big bone is. Breathe. You stay or you open your arm towards the ceiling. Please feel free. Go as far as it feels comfortable. Clear? Yes. Breathe. This is it. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming back down either your hand or your forearms. And from here, you want to stepping back, find your forearm plank. So people, when you are on your hands, you're simply stepping back and then you're coming down onto your forearms, pushing your heels, lowering down your hips, heart between your hands. Breathe, hold, smile. Do you hold in your face? Smiling in your face, releasing belly button, pubic bone, big toes touching, pulling your hands. So you do want to avoid pushing, lifting, pulling your hands towards your heart, spreading your fingers. Good morning, Celine. Breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades and your elbows. That's the position of your arms in your downward facing dog. Breathe, shoulders open. Breathe. Maybe you can bending your knees, flexing your feet. Breathe. Exhaling. Release, sliding your hands under your shoulders, lifting your chest downward, facing dog. Breath. One more animal. Horse breathing, lion breath, whatever feels right for you, letting your tongue coming out, playing a bit in your face. We are holding so much tension in face, presenting us in a way, surrender in your own being. Breath. Bend your knees, gaze between your hands. You want to bring your feet on the outside of your hands. So you're walking, maybe someone already feels ready to jumping forward. Open your feet, 45 degrees. People with tight hips, please coming halfway. All the other ones, you can come lowering down, bring your elbows in between your thighs. So no worries. If you need to stay here, you practice like this. You're coming halfway, knees over your feet, elbows, hands helping to come in between, lengthening your spine. Breath. Breath. Pressing your feet into the floor. You want to lifting yourself up halfway. Parallel your feet, lengthening your spine. Inhaling halfway, variation of your Utkatasana. Inhaling, lengthening right hand, grabbing your left wrist, releasing towards your right side. Inhaling back into your neutral, bending your knees, knees over your feet, feet parallel. Breath, halfway forward in a nice little table. And then from here, you're opening your feet 45 degrees. Come in between. Please remember, you can stay halfway. People with difficulties in your hips. Breathe one more round. Inhaling, you're reaching forward from your heart, coming halfway, parallel your feet. Inhaling. Inhaling, lengthening, and left hand grabbing right wrist, releasing towards your side. Inhaling back in your neutral, sinking in. Inhaling, table. Inhaling, opening feet. Exhaling. Inhaling, rolling back shoulders. Exhaling. Inhaling, table, parallel your feet. Inhaling halfway. Inhaling, right hand, left wrist, releasing towards your side. Inhaling, table, center, folding knees. Table, stay with your feet parallel rim, opening your feet and forward. One breath. Strengthen your core. Inhaling halfway, parallel your feet, table. Halfway. Lengthening, opposite side. Inhaling. Halfway. Table. And opening your feet 45 degrees. Stay. Close your eyes for a moment. Surrender in your pose, in your asana. With all the limitation you're facing, you're feeling. Breath, releasing your hands in front of you, lifting your seat and toe, heel, toe your feet together, hip width apart, hugging your elbows, swinging them from one side to the other side, making sure your shoulders growing heavy, your head grows heavy, your breath is steady. Release your arms, tuck your tailbone in, roll up your spine, vertebra for vertebra in your Tadasana standing, rolling back and down, hands on your side. Close your eyes for a moment. From your feet, feeling your knees, your hips, between your legs, your first chakra. Releasing your tension, holding in your lower organs, trusting this long spine, your support of Mother Earth. And along your whole spine, your second chakra, 2 centimeters below your belly button, the third in the center of your chest, your solar plexus, your fourth one in your heart, heart chakra, 5th in your throat, 6 between your eyebrows, and 7 on your top of your head. Press, feet rooting down, fingers releasing. Strong like a mountain. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, taking a sun salutation, folding forward, stepping your right foot back, long runners lunge, gazing forward, inhaling, exhale, step back, downward facing dog, inhaling, high plank, knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga, dandasana, upward facing dog, exhaling, rolling over your toes, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, your right leg, inhaling. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, long runners lunge, inhaling. Exhale, both feet coming halfway. Exhaling, folding forward, belly meets your thighs, long neck. From your feet, inhaling, a nice long spine. Making sure you do not lift from your lower back. So you're pressing your feet, opening your chest with your legs nice and strong. Exhaling your prayer, releasing your arms, Tadasana. Inhaling your arms over your head, left side, wanna start. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your left foot back, long runners lunge. Exhaling, stepping back. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chin, chest, find your variation. Inhaling, shoulder. Bring your shoulders back and down, spreading your fingers, index finger and thumb. Exhaling, lifting your seat, downward facing dog, left leg, inhaling. Exhale, swing your left foot between your hands. Inhale. Exhaling, both feet together in front. Inhaling halfway, fold forward. Exhaling, one breath. Exhaling your prayer. One more round, releasing your arms. Sweep your arms. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward. Step your right foot back, a dip, inhaling. Exhale, step back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhaling, knees, chin, chest, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhaling, cobra, upward facing dog, shoulders. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, your right leg, inhaling. Exhale, swing your right foot. And you first want to opening up and inhaling, slightly stepping your foot halfway, fold forward, exhaling, one breath, inhaling, exhaling your prayer. Release your arms, left side, inhaling. Exhale, folding forward, step your left foot back, inhaling. Exhale, step back. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chin, chest. Exhale, down. Step your feet, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhaling. Lightly stepping your feet, inhaling halfway, folding forward. One breath standing. Exhale, bring your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your arms, inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, step your right foot back, stay on your toes in your aeroplane. One more time, breathe. Inhaling, high lunge, let your arms swinging for a moment. Find this heaviness of your arms, bending your front knee. Breathe. Inhaling your arms over your head lightly, cactus arms, and maybe you find a sweet, nice little back bending here while you're bending your front knee a tiny bit more. Breathe. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing your arms towards your ceiling and find the twisting. Your right arm reaches forward, your left arm reaches back, finding a bind with your left hand, reaching around towards your right thigh, lifting your left arm, gaze over your shoulder, breathe. Breath. Inhaling, opening your arms, bring your prayer in front of your chest. You can stay here and this is good enough, working this, or you're lowering down, your elbow outside your left knee, planting your hands in front of each other. Breathe, stay here, or you come in your full pose, Pavrita Parsva Konasana. Breathe. Please stay with your hands in front of your chest when this is too much to lower down. Breathe. One more big inhaling. Exhaling, releasing, planting your hands onto the floor, gazing forward, stepping back, downward, facing dog. Please stay in your down dog, come down in your child pose, take a vinyasa of your choice. Any variation you feel you would like to take, breath. Stay in your down dog, releasing all what you're holding. Surrender in your being. In all what there is, maybe there is tiredness, maybe there is frustration, maybe there is mind chattering. Breath. Bend your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward, inhaling halfway, folding forward, Uttanasana, one breath standing, inhaling, exhale, bring your prayer, stay with your hands in front of your chest, close your eyes for a moment. Feet rooting down, hips over your feet, Mula Bandha releasing, long chain your spine, aligning your chakras, your being. Release your arms, inhaling, sweep your arms over your head, folding forward. Step your left foot back, aeroplane first. You want to coming halfway, fingers connecting, chest, long spine, heel pushing back. Inhaling, releasing, letting your arms swinging for a moment. Breathe, finding this weight of your arms. Inhaling, arms, cactus arms, spreading your fingers while you're sprinkling your palms of your hands. You're warming your chest. You're warming up in your solar plexus, bending your front knee a tiny bit more. Breathe, beautiful, pushing your heel back. Breathe, inhaling, reaching with your arm over your head, and you want to twist. So you bring your left arm forward, right arm reaches back. Bend your front knee a tiny bit more. Breathe, stay balancing on your toes. This is it. Yeah, you want to face. You can finding a bind, reaching around from your hand, finding your thigh, and you're lifting your arm. Breathe, bending your front knee. Breath. One more big inhaling. Opening your arms. And you bring your prayer in front of your chest. Maybe you stay where you are. Or you're lowering down. Stay with your elbow, hands in front of your chest. Or you can opening up. Breathe. One more big, 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 big inhaling. Exhaling, releasing gently, framing your front foot, stepping back in your downward facing dog, taking a vinyasa of your choice. Remember, child pose always available. Breathe. If it's a bit too much, come in your child pose. Breathe. Lifting your seat, downward facing dog. Breathe, stay, breathe, harmonize your breath. Breath, softening with exhaling. While you're exhaling, you're lifting your Bola Bandha, and with your inhaling, you're releasing. Exhaling, activating your Bola Bandha, squeezing, letting your organs being nice and warm. Inhaling, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, stepping, walking, hopping forward between your hands, inhaling halfway, folding forward in your exhaling. One breath, standing. Exhale, bring your prayer in front of your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Breath. Release your arms, inhaling, sweep your arms over your head, folding forward with your exhaling, bending your knees, Utkatasana, letting your arms swinging next. So you're pressing your feet, you want to bending your knees, opening your chest, lifting. Breathe, stay bending your knees. Breathe. Cactus arms, opening your arms towards the side. Breathe, a sweet, nice little back bending you're creating here from your chest. Breath. Reaching around from your hands, interlacing your fingers, opening your chest, and you're folding forward, releasing your neck, arms over your head. Breath. Releasing your hands, framing your feet, gazing forward, walking back, jumping back, hopping back, whatever feels right, taking a vinyasa of your choice, or we are meeting all in downward facing dog. Step your feet together, lift your right leg towards the ceiling, inhaling, exhale, step your right foot, Trikonasana. Open your left foot 45 degrees, both legs lengthening, left hand on your left hip, opening your torso. Find a long spine while your feet are pressing down, and only then you're lifting your left arm. Breathe. Breathe. One more big, 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 big inhaling. And you want to stay with your feet, you're pressing your feet, activating your core, you're lifting your right arm, reach with your left arm over your head as if you want to hug somebody standing in front of you. Inhaling, lifting both of your arms, come in, you're standing, parallel your feet, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Exhaling, interlacing your fingers in your back, opening your chest with your inhaling, folding forward, exhaling. Please stay here. Or people, if you would like, you're releasing your arms, planting your hands in between your feet, and you can just come into a very nice, quickly headstand if this is part of your practice. Breathe. A nice little visit. You stay with your arms. Breathe. People in headstand, opening your legs, and you wanna coming back down with your feet. And everyone, you're lifting your heart, coming back in your standing, arms over your head, inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, planting your big hand, your fingers reaching towards your toes and releasing your neck. Release your hands, walking your hands towards your front foot, towards your right foot, turning your toes long, runner's lunge with your inhaling. Exhale, step back in your downward facing dog. Please take a vinyasa of your choice. Stay down dog, always available in your child pose. Breathe. Step your feet together, lift your left leg towards the ceiling. Samira, opening your hands a bit more. And you want to take the other side, left foot stepping back, right foot 45 degrees. First, you want to opening your torso. So you bring your right hand on your right hip, find a long spine. Your left hand releases knee, shin bone. Maybe you can come down. Maybe you can grabbing your big toe. It doesn't matter. You wanna do not compensate in folding forward. Open your right arm towards the ceiling. Am I right with left and right? Yeah. Breathe. Breathe, feeling your soles of your feet, pressing into the floor, connecting with your center while your arm reaches over your head and you're releasing your left arm. Breathe, hugging somebody sitting in front of you. Inhaling, lifting it all up. And this time you want to opening your hips so your toes pointing towards the outside. Bring your hands on your hips and inside of your thighs, helping to bending your knees bending towards the side, lowering down your seat. Breath. Inhaling, lengthening your legs, lifting your heels, balancing on your balls of your feet, and you want to bending your knees one more time. Bending your knees. Breath, lifting your heels. Exhaling, releasing your heels, releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head, lengthening your legs. Exhaling, bring your arms on your side in your cactus arms, bending your knees, and then you're turning your palms of your hand facing each other in your goddess. Breathe, bending your knees a tiny bit more when this is available. And we want to take 3 lion breaths here. So you're inhaling deep down into your belly, and with your exhaling, opening eyes, opening mouth. Inhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling, lengthening your legs, lengthening your arms. Bring your hands on your hips, folding forward, bending your knees, lifting your heels, folding forward. Create a nice little table. Stay with your hands on your hips, or you're opening your arms towards your side, index finger and thumb want to meet, lifting your heels, balancing on your balls of your feet. Breathe. Exhaling, release, and you're walking your hands towards your front foot, long runner's lunge with your inhaling. Exhale, stepping back downward, facing dog. Please stay down dog, child pose, any variation of your vinyasa. Breathe. Everyone, let's meet in downward facing dog. It's balancing your breath. Step your feet together. Lift your right leg towards the ceiling. Exhale. Step your right foot between your hands. One more aeroplane. Swing your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers. Kali Mudra. Index finger pointing towards the ceiling while your back heel is pushing back, bending your front knee a tiny bit more, releasing your shoulders. Bending both of your knees, hover your left knee 2-3 centimeters over the floor, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, hands in front of you. And then you want to scoop your left heel 2 centimeters in your center, that you can sit with your seat, with your first chakra on your heel. I know for some people this is really difficult. Maybe you have a bolster, maybe you have a block at home. So you can help yourself coming onto a block. This helps a tiny bit more, lifting yourself up. And for some people, it's really painful coming and sit with your heel. So please find a variation, always available, Shanu Shirshasana. When this is a tiny bit too much, bring your leg over and bring your foot meeting your inner thigh. Hands next to your hips, lifting yourself up a tiny bit. And releasing yourself down. One more time, inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Maybe you stay here, or you bring your arms over your head, reaching forward from your heart, using a belt if you need, or you bring your hands next to you on your fingertips. This is completely fine as well. Breath. Breath. Inhaling, gazing forward. Exhale, come back in your sitting, walking your hands under your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, lifting your chest. Maybe you stay here, or you're reaching forward from your foot, planting your foot towards the floor, lifting your seat. Exhaling, release, reaching forward from your heart, bending your front knee, framing your front foot, curling your back toes, long runner's lunge, stepping back, high plank. Stay in your high plank or take a vinyasa of your choice. Breathe. Remember, child pose, all available. And you want to downward facing dog. Let's treat the other side, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling, step your left foot between your hands, long runner's lunge. Release your knee, toes, scoop your heels 2 centimeters in your center, lengthening, folding back. Please find your support. A block is always helpful to bring it under your left, in this case, under your left seat, to help to take a bit away. Some people have a bit of a tension in Mula Bandha, pelvis floor, or it hurts in your knee. So please, Shanu Shirshasana, remember, always available. Lifting yourself up, so you're pressing with your hand, lifting yourself up internally. Inhaling, lifting up a tiny bit. Exhaling, release. You can repeat, or arms over your head from your chest, reaching forward. You always can plant your hands just next to your body when you do not have a belt around you. depth in your breath. Surrender in limitation. Remember, free spirit squeezed in limited body. The more you surrender, the more you're opening up in deep understanding, opening up physically, opening up emotionally. Inhaling, gazing forward. Exhale, come in, you're sitting, reaching behind, under with your hands under your shoulders, fingers spreading wide, opening your chest. Please stay here, lengthening, or you're reaching forward from your front foot. You want to reach towards the floor, lifting your hip. Exhaling back down onto your seat, reaching forward from your heart, bending your front knee, stepping back, downward, facing dog, or stay in your high plank, taking a vinyasa of your choice. We wanna all meet this time in downward facing dog. Bend your knees, flow in your child pose. Remember the way we started. We started in child pose. Bring your fingers around, forehead meeting the floor. Tuck your tailbone in, roll up your spine, vertebra for vertebra. Sit on one side, swing your legs in front, and let yourself marching forward on your first 3 quarters of your mat. Folding in your knee, planting your feet onto the floor, gaze over your shoulder. Is your mat free? Can you dare rolling back and forward? So if you would like to do rock and roll, hands under your knees, and you're letting yourself rocking forward, rocking back a couple of times. You always can choose rolling back down, and people with a bit more energy, you're planting your feet onto the floor, lifting yourself up, come back in, you're standing. Exhaling, you're coming back down, rolling back 3 times, inhaling, and you're rolling back. Enjoying this wonderful integration from your tips of your toes to your fingertips. And your last time, you're lifting yourself up. And you want to stay down on the floor, hugging your knees towards your chest, releasing your shoulders, nice long spine. Letting your knees floating towards your armpits, happy baby pose. So maybe you need to stay here because it's a bit tight for you, and you're pressing your sacrum into the floor, giving space for your first chakra, second chakra, third chakra pressing down, or you're lifting your feet from the outside, you're grabbing your soles of your feet, come in your full baby pose, happy baby pose, or you're grabbing your ankles. You can grab your calf muscles, or as we said, you stay with your hands behind your knees, and then from here you gently try to bring your feet over your knees. Sacrum runner pressing down, sacrum pressing down, shoulders releasing. Find movements you feel comfortable with. You can roll from one side towards the other side a tiny bit. You can play with your legs like a baby, lengthening one leg or the other leg. And when you feel ready, you're releasing your feet, planting your feet onto the floor, stepping your feet together next to your seat. Knees floating towards the outside, soles of your feet meeting. Bring your hands on your inner groins to release any tension you're holding deep down in your lower organs, deep down in your pelvis floor. And feel when you're letting go deep down, surrender. Finding this trust of existence all unfolds in its own way. We can give directions with hope, with prayers, with dreaming, which is wonderful, and all take its time to unfold. Soles of your feet releasing, Mula Bandha releasing. And this whole long, nice chain in your body, where all your chakras, your energy lines attach. You can stay here if this is a super comfy pose for you, or you're releasing your arms, find your shavasana with your legs nice and long. Stay open in your hips. Your toes floating towards the side. Maybe you want to lifting your chest just a centimeter that your shoulder blades can rolling back and down. Palms of your hands facing up towards the ceiling, finding your last adjustment, maybe some socks, some blankets, whatever you would like to take to gently release in your shavasana corpse pose. With your last adjustments, you're closing your eyes, wetting your lips with your tongue, swallow. Scanning through your body. Do you hold in your mind, in your forehead, letting your head grow heavy? Your jaw muscles softening, your tongue, your eyes tuning in. Your breath becomes natural. Your chest softens, your arms growing heavy. Maybe your fingers curling in a tiny bit to release this holding. The center of your chest, your rib cage is softening down, your belly, your hips growing heavy, and your thighs letting soft. Your knees soft, your soles of your feet Regardless of what I sense, feel, or think, I am always whole. Regardless of what I perceive or experience, I am always complete. Regardless of what I do, don't do, or what gets done to me, I am always good. No thing, object, or experience can ever modify the limitless conscious existence that I am. When this knowledge is firm, moksha, liberation, is attained. Until that time, I practice at the altar of life. The author of this quote is unknown. And slowly and gently reconnecting to your breath. Letting your breath grow fuller and stronger until you feel this movement internally traveling towards your toes and your fingers to your top of your head. And your tailbone, let your body be refreshed with your breath. Maybe this moves into a playful wakening up and moving back into movement, like your fingers playing, your toes, or your spontaneous movement happening, like touching, stretching, folding in, or there is a movement missing. And when you feel ready, you can folding in your knee towards your chest, flow towards your right side. Your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up, find a comfortable seat. Hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest. Every seat you're finding is a good seat. Planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest with your eyes closed. Feeling this gratitude for practicing, for breathing, focusing, giving your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit time to connect, to align, to finish and seal this practice. Let's finish with one deep, long sounding taking a big inhaling. Thank you for practicing yoga with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.